UFC 226 has seen Dan Cormier, your new heavyweight champion, and knocking out Miocic there. And just a couple of random things that come to mind. And everyone's crying about John Jones, okay? Stop. He's got suspended already. Okay, the fact that Cormier can't beat John Jones. And I actually was a fan. I'm a fan of both of these guys. I think Miocic would have pulled it out, but I'm a fan of both these guys. Listen, Stipe defends the heavyweight title more times than anyone. And they give the next, what it seems like, and Brock comes in, right, out of nowhere, and they're lining up to give him a shot already. It's kind of like UFC is showing their true colors. Stipe deserves the automatic rematch, and I'm sure he'll get it, because I think Brock still has about 6 months that he has to sit out. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not enough time frame there. But you reward a guy who comes in, has been out of UFC for quite some time, and here's the belt. Here's a championship, and let's not be fooled. It's about popularity. Popularity is what sells tickets, is what sells pay-per-view buys, and I know Miocic would definitely want a rematch. Listen, he got caught. DC said that he had a habit of breaking the clinch with his hands down. He was doing good work up until that point. So you kind of feel for Miocic there. Speaking of which, just going back to this whole Brock Lesnar thing, from a UFC point of view, what they did there with Lesnar was a little bit, kind of disrespectful to Stipe. Like, all of a sudden calls him a piece of crap is Lesnar, and Lesnar has not been in the game for how long? Like, come on, everything seems staged. He just so happened to be by the octagon, and Cormier called him out. And again, I know this is about ticket sales, and you might argue that the UFC heavyweight division is really not where it once was. And here's Brock Lesnar to save the day for you. And listen, I was upset at first with Stipe losing. But then I remembered Cormier poked both of his eyes, and then I really started to stop caring during that match. The first one, he had extended his fingers at the end of a straight right hand, which was his only option to not get tagged. He also was losing the grappling battle, you might argue, and then he intentionally poked him in the eye again. In the fight ending clinch. I'm sure that there was pictures around circulating already. I think it was dirty fighting from DC. Dirty fighting. Hey, just my 2 cents there on this. 5 warnings and a timeout for the eye pokes, and just happens to land a right hand in the eye that was just stabbed. Come on, guys. Come on. Really didn't like the how this fight unfolded, to be perfectly honest with you. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.